On the first day of Christmas, we called for a revolution. On the second day of Christmas, we put an end to fear propaganda. On the third day of Christmas, we recognised segregation based on your medical status as the discriminatory practice that it is, and we ruled it illegal. On the fourth day of Christmas, in the recognition that coercion is not consent and the vaccine mandates are a human rights violation, we allowed everyone back to work. On the fifth day of Christmas, we ruled out all future lockdowns. And on the sixth day of Christmas, we opened all of our borders so that families would never be separated again. On the seventh day of Christmas, we created infirmaries to support our underfunded and under-resourced medical system, and we allowed last year's heroes back to work. On the eighth day of Christmas, we introduced an early treatment protocol to support at-home care and improve health outcomes, along with an education program on how to boost your immune system. On the ninth day of Christmas, we set up an international human rights tribunal and established trials for all who had taken part in the human rights violations. A re-education program is put in place, and the kickbacks and money paid to doctors, politicians and pharmaceutical companies is repaid in compensation. On the 10th day of Christmas, we declared a 4-day working/school week to give families and communities more time to come together. Quality of life is to be valued over profits, and we now have more time to come together to create a brighter future for all. On the 11th day of Christmas, we declared tree planting the new gift giving, and a tree is to be planted for every milestone and celebration. The green revolution has begun. On the 12th day of Christmas, we came to an understanding that freedom is not an intellectual concept, but the way we choose to live, free from government overreach and intrusion into every aspect of our lives. We dismantle the excessive layers of government and unite Australia and create a more efficient system of governance. 12 days of Christmas. Wishful thinking perhaps, as this year, I think many of you will agree, has been incredibly stretching, distressing, full on. I can't remember quite another year like it. And as this year draws to a close, we can only hope that next year is better. Certainly this Christmas, there's many people who are unemployed due to the mandates and are doing it really tough. So please reach out to your neighbours if you know that they're in this situation, and support others. I have been working with the Break in St Kilda, and you'll find a link in the below this post in the comments if you would like to donate, so that we can get support to the many people who have been affected by the mandates. I'd like to try and encourage other businesses to take a similar stance. Whilst there was some risk involved for me in keeping my doors shut and refusing to participate in the segregation, I have reopened my doors, just under a week ago, and I can tell you that the response has been overwhelming. We've been incredibly busy, and so many people are coming up to me and thanking me for my voice and for the stance that I've taken, and letting me know that the reason why they're shopping with me is because of those things, and thanking me for that. In return, I'd like to thank everyone who has shown support. It's been so heartening to me and so overwhelming. 25 years in the one spot it was the fact that I knew that my community would have my back and I'd have their backing that gave me the courage to speak up in the first place, and then the courage to keep holding the line. And again, my heart goes out in appreciation and also to everyone right the way around Australia who is continuing to hold the line. It's my understanding that it does only take about 10% of us to hold the line to break the spell for everyone else. And I believe those cracks are appearing. Many systems, the medical system, distribution, today, Melbourne Airport, and earlier in the week I heard Qantas had asked some of their unvaccinated staff back to work because they're so short-staffed. So hang in there, everyone. You're doing an incredible job. Keep holding the line, and it really isn't about vax versus unvaxxed. If you're vaccinated but you recognise that coercion is not consent, and that you don't agree with what the segregation and what's being happened here, then I invite you to hold the line for all of us. If we all stand united and refuse to participate, withdraw your services. I have had my shop shut in peaceful passive protest because I won't participate in a vaccinated economy. I won't support segregation or police that at my door. So other businesses, please think about taking a similar stand. Your customers' private medical information is not your business. A beautiful Christmas to everyone, and thank you so much. We're having a short break. We'll be back on the 4th of January. So I look forward to seeing many of you in store next month. And let's just hope that next year brings a much brighter outlook. Thanks, everyone.